Welcome back, everybody, to the Anti-Stall Racing IMSA series. Back for Season 9, Round 6. And with a bit of a twist, for our first time ever, it's a GT3 only round. So GT3 only today. We're going to be doing the same next week with our GTP cars. That's a GTP only round. Today we're going to have just 15 minutes of qualifying. That's why we started a little bit later. We might be doing it a little bit different next week. We're waiting for a vote on the drivers. But today we're at Virginia International Raceway for our GT3 only round. You can see the radar on the screen. I'm just going to hide that for now, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But I'm joined once again by Adrian.
Because VIR being very hilly, is a great track. This is going to be a really good track for GT race. So coming into here, we're expecting a lot of passing opportunities, as well as coming out of 17A, but there's no 17B. I hate
it's classic American track names, isn't it?
It's great. No, because some of them make sense and then some of them don't.
Right, getting ready to go green here at Virginia International Raceway for the first ever ASR IMSA Series GT3 only round. Pole sitter on the right-hand side. We've got a long run, a long way here till the start zone. The start zone, you can see the checkered curve coming up on the right-hand side. That is the beginning of the start zone for our pole sitter. It's called green by, and we got a couple of jump starts in the back. People that weren't paying attention to the briefing. Race leader goes, gets a clean start down into turn one. That's going to give him a very, very good entry into turn one. Let's jump a little bit further back, see what happens. Pretty wide at the back there, and they're all going to make it through just about, it looks like. Losing position is Jesus Jimenez alongside one of the Acuras there, and alongside his teammate now, but everyone through, damage free, and it's a deep dive for the Go Esports car there. That's Carlos Villarejo looking to put some room between himself and Senna Bockhoven.
Thought better of it, it backed out.
Yeah, Senna's got another driver right behind him. That's Kevin Kuiper's right behind Senna. So Senna looking to make an early impression. This is where he struggled to get past. He's often been running second this season and struggled to get into the lead. He wants to get into the lead now so that he can try and put Carlos in his mirrors and build a little bit of a gap, bit of a buffer, bit of safety going into the rain. And we've got a little bit of contact ahead, I think, there. Between some of our drivers, but it was only light. It didn't show up on the tracker, it looks like. Yao Medeiros battling with Daniel Morphy, who's trying to catch up with the other pro cars here. Is Daniel going to go down the inside? Yes, he is. In that gold liveried Lamborghini for today's race. Goes down the inside and has to go a little bit wide on the exit, but gets the move done on the BMW driver. Updated radar here for you guys. The rain is getting closer. It's going to be soonish. Still not sure why Bram pitted, though.
I was just going to say, that is not light rain that is approaching. That is going to be good, like, not quite heavy rain, but good sizable rain. So that will have an effect on the grip levels of the track, and will make a massive difference.
Down the inside for Matteo Lemre, who bumps wheels with Jesus Jimenez, who then has to go deep. And Matteo's going to try and make it work around the outside, but that's not going to work. That's going to let Daniel Morphy dive through the gap. Daniel Morphy takes 2 into 1, and that's off the road for Jesus Jimenez, who gets across the front of, that was the front of the Mercedes, sorry, Matteo Lemre, and Jesus Jimenez hits the tyre barrier. He's lost a little bit from bumper. He's reversing. That incident is under investigation now. That's under investigation, like we said. Daniel Morphy here trying to get another car in his drive back to the front. They're going to be 3 wide, are they, into turn 1 potentially?
Almost 3 wide, yeah.
Daniel Morphy down the inside, gets them both in the pro car. That's Melvin Gap and Mick saying that Daniel Morphy's making his way through. Side by side here as well. This is Quinton Botti and Sander Boer. Boer holds off Botti for now. Mick Sayan looking for a move on Melvin Gak here. We're going to watch this one. This is surely going to get the move done. He had to wait last time because Daniel Morphy was coming through. Mick Sayan is forced to be outside by a smart defensive move there from Melvin Gak, and Mick Sayan knows there's not enough grip to go all the way around the outside. Backs off but cuts back down to the inside. What a switchback from Mick Sayan in the Acura. Melvin Gak is given a black flag there. That is for a pit lane incident I believe that is for a jump start. I'm just trying to find if that is for a jump start. Can't see where it is on my tracker.
Race control mentioned earlier they are investigating a few drivers for potential jump start.
Ricardo Riva given a jump start penalty as well. He leads this little pack of 3, but he's second last in pro. That's even more disappointing for Ricardo. Yeah, this is Carlos Villarejo, sorry. And Carlos dives to be outside, and luckily he does because Ricardo's in the pit lane to serve his penalty. But Senna Botkoven right on the back. This is a battle for the lead in GT3 out. Does the Corvette have the straight line speed? He'd gotten very close to Carlos last lap, and he's down the inside. Yeah, he's going to have a look. He's going to have a stiff contact between the race leaders. Senna Botkoven drives away, but Carlos Villarejo is sent spinning round as his rival drives away. Is Carlos moving? He's still not moving. Daniel Morphy is past Carlos. 5 seconds off the field. Villarejo on the radio to race control. They'll have already seen that though. Let's take another look at it. Let's go on board with Carlos Villarejo. This is the gearbox view from Carlos as we can see Senna arriving and dives to the outside. Senna sees the gap down the inside, sends it, and it's hard to tell from that angle. I'm not even sure if there was enough room for 2 cars. Yeah.
Does he leave the door open? Does he try to force the gap?
Let's take a look from the chopper down the straight. Look how much speed Senna got in that second half of the straight, the closing speed. And then just confident on the brakes. Look, he choreographed it really early. Showed he was going to the inside.
Oh.
That is a tricky one to call. That was maybe the first time Mateo encountered the rain. And all of our leaders drive straight through. Sander Boer getting the move done on Yao Medeiros. Now this field, these 4 are so close. Can he make it work in the braking zone in the rain? We're going left here, remember, so he's got the inside line, and he does get through, and that's going to put the BMW on the back foot through here. No one to the pit lane yet. Yeah,
so now grip levels are going to start to quickly, not quite quick, semi-quick, kind of fairly quickly drop off as the water and puddles start to form down at the base of the hills, and these slicks will not clear any water.
Sorry there, Kevin Kuipers loses it on the slippery S's. Kevin Kuipers, who was running in the wheel tracks of Yao Medeiros, is off the road. It's not yet. We're going to keep you updated on that. Kevin Kuipers, the podium runner earlier on in this race, is off, and so is the Ferrari Draken racing car. Quinton Bosi, also off the road. What happened to Kevin? Is it going to be the same section? We've seen some other drivers off. Yeah, wow. Not sure what happened there. Let's take another look and have a look at the onboard and see if we can pick up from some engine behavior, perhaps if he just lost grip. Wow. That is very odd. It's like the wheels locked up instantly, or he lifted off. There was a lot of weight transfer, maybe too heavy on the brake straight away. He might have put too much weight transfer around, but just no grip in that Porsche. He's into the pit lane for a fast repair, a fresh set of tyres, and a full tank of fuel, and he's going to fuel save to the end now, surely. And Senna Botkoven is still under attack, but he's also attacking. He's gained an awful lot. Let's see if we can throw our... off the road! No, he's going to catch me. I'm leading. No, he's not. But the Acura driver is going to fight this one because that's Gregory Kohler who's on the overall podium, the pro podium where he needs to be. And Fabio Giabrino is going to get by him because of that mistake. And Fabio's still looking to get past Senna. But Fabio's now going to think of the driver behind him, the driver that matters in this battle. But no, Gregory Kohler's lost an awful lot of time down that back straight. I'm not sure what happened there. Either of these drivers going to keep it on the road because it carried a lot of speed into the braking, and they just about do so. 10-second time penalty for Senna Botkoven for causing a collision. That's that turn 1 incident that we saw. Sven Elmers, Yao Medeiros side by side, and it's into the barrier. Yao Medeiros not happy. He's asking race control to check. It's the pro driver Sven Elmers, who's not had a day to get right home about in this wet weather, is coming from a long way back here.
From behind?
Oh, he lost it on the brakes.
Oh my!
He lost it on the brakes, and well done, Yalmadeiras. That could have been an awful lot worse. He couldn't avoid it entirely. But wow, Yalmadeiras, that was mega heads-up driving to turn back out at the corner. Tiemann Scholten has passed Daniel Morphy, who's off again. And Daniel has picked up a meatball flag, it looks like on my screen. So what happens to Daniel Morphy? Over the hill, down into the end of the straight and loses it under braking. We've seen that happen to a few drivers. Oh, and clouts that inside barrier that probably broke the front left suspension. And he's tried it rotated round, and it's really, really difficult with only one wheel that's probably turning properly. Yeah, look, that front left not connected to anything. Oh, bumping wheels. Oh. Scholten gained 8/10 in sector 3. That's where he's clawed this advantage alongside the heads as they go into the braking zone. Can he keep it on the road on that inside line? It looks like they both got through nicely.
He managed his braver on the brakes there.
Oh, was that into the barrier? That was into the barrier for Melvin Gak. We heard the crunch in the background. Melvin Gak is stuck. No, he manages to get it out. That was close. What happened to Melvin Gak? Sander Boas just picked up a drive-through for incident point limit. Oh, he lost it on the brakes. We've seen it a couple of times today. Finds the barrier sideways. It was a big hit, but if you're going to hit it, that's the way to hit it. Gets it going again, and we've seen the rejoin already. So Melvin Gak, but he's losing a place here. He's got damage, hasn't he? He's going to try and limp to the end.
Is he crabbing?
Yeah, I think so. Is he going to come to the pit lane, or is he going to try and drive it round? He's got to come to the pit lane. There's only going to be one lap.
Oh, look how much he's crabbing. You have to.
Oh my God, he's not even going to get it into the pit lane.
God.
Tiemann Scholten still ahead of Daniel Morphy after all of that. The driver with the fewest off tracks is Vincenzo Soroche. So it's not just number of off tracks. He's got the lowest number of incident points of anybody. I don't think there's been a single loss of control from Vincenzo Soroche. It's just been flawless execution all day. Oh, spinner. Is that Daniel Morphy? I could just hear it. Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, Daniel Morphy is collected by... I don't even know who that is. Sander Boa, is it? Quinton Botti, collected by Quinton. Collected by Quinton Botti. This is Botti here in the Ferrari. You can see Daniel Morphy in the bottom corner of your screen. Left-hand corner now. He's just about to drop. And Quinton Botti is going to come to him over the crest. Couldn't see him. Daniel Morphy's surely going to get a penalty there. Fabio Giabrino has got past Tiemann Scholten, but Tiemann Scholten in the different class, so Tiemann probably not fighting that one too much. Race leader's got some traffic. If he knows what's good for him, he's going to sit behind it through his final sector. And he doesn't have to, because it's off the road for Matteo Lemire, who runs last of the cars out on track anyway, so that's not going to affect any finishing results. Vincenzo Soroche getting close to putting a lap on Mick Sayan as well. Absolutely stellar from our race leader, who has been absolutely mega. Comes to flawless. The line. Yeah, flawless execution all day, zero mistakes. And it's checkered flag for Vincenzo Soroche, your race winner in the first ever GT3 only ins around at Anti-Stall Racing. We've got a couple of other drivers that are coming to the line. Vincent Ossoms comes home for P2. It had maybe thought more was on his plate, but he still finished a minute ahead of the rest of the field. So you can't complain about that. A good day for Vincent Ossoms, a nice collection of points as well. Jesus Jimenez has come home for P4 in AM. Senna Botkoven leads by 25 seconds. I think he's just taking it careful at the moment. He leads by 25 seconds. He needs to lead by 10 when he comes to the line. Senna Botkoven is making his way now to the checkered flag. Flashes the lights. It's been a long time coming, I think Senna will feel, but he'll be happy to have picked up the win. All right, thanks everyone that joined us, and we'll see you next week.